Hey, how are you guys? This is your coach Veronica, and today's class is about simple present but focusing on spelling rules. Are you ready to master this easy topic? Let's get started. You're minutes away to becoming a pro. Okay, guys, before starting, let's remember when you need to use the simple present. The first use is to express habits or general truth. For example, I always do exercise. That is a habit. I live in a nice neighborhood. That is an unchanging situation. The sun is beautiful. That is a general truth. Second use is to talk about processes. For example, you walk straight and then you turn left. Third use is to express fixed arrangements. For example, present or future. The class starts at 9 a.m. And the last use is to express future time after conjunctions like after, when, before, as soon as, or until. For example, you will see him when you come next week. Did you remember these uses? Good for you! Now we can move on and let's get down to business. Today we're concentrating on spelling rules because this turns out to be truly important when you are writing or talking about someone that is not you and it is singular. The first thing you need to remember is that you add s to the majority of the verbs. Let's say the verb work. In the third person, it becomes works. So you can say, I work, they work, we work. But you have to change to he works, she works, and it works. Let's analyze another verb. For example, buy. You can say, I buy a gift, but you must add the s when you're talking about a third person singular. So you need to say, my sister buys a gift for me. Questions so far? Okay, let's move on to the second rule. And for this part, you need to identify the verbs ending in ch, s, sh, x, o, or z because you must add es at the end of it. Let's take the verb watch. For I, we, you, they, it's simply watch. I watch TV. But for he, she, and it becomes watches. So an example would be, my brother watches TV every day. Another verb that falls into this rule is relax. I relax on Mondays, but Lara relaxes on Sundays. One thing you must remember is that you need to make the es sound like s at the end of the verb. For example, passes, rushes, buzzes, washes, fixes, mixes, or matches. So far so good? Believe me, this is super easy. You just need to practice. Clear your mind, and if you need to go back, let's do it. The third rule is easy. You just need to identify the verb end in consonant y and drop the y and change it for I and add es. Let's take a look to the verb study. We say I, we, you, they study English. And for he, she, and it, we say she studies English. We hurry every morning, but Charlie hurries every afternoon. And it's gonna be the same for dry, dries, try, tries. Now, something we need to be careful with is that some verbs end with y, but they don't change. Why? Because the rule says that you must change it only if it ends in consonant y. Verbs like buy, play, and enjoy end in vowel and y, so they don't change. And instead, you only have to add s. For example, I play soccer and my brother plays with me. Easy, right? Let's see another example. I enjoy my free time, but my best friend enjoys his free time with me. The last rule is simple. You already know that there are irregular verbs and that you must learn them by heart. Or in simpler words, you have to memorize them. For example, the third person of the verb be is. What do you think the third person of the verb do is? Correct. Does. Go? Also correct. Goes. What about have? Amazing! It is has. You got this? Now let's practice with some exercises. Come on, it'll be fun. If you really got the third person, try to work on this list of verbs and add s, es, or ies. I will help you only with the first four. The verb crash ends in sh, so we add es for he, she, and it. It is crashes. The verb stay ends in vowel and y, so we only add s, and it is stays. The verb teach ends in ch, so it is teaches. And lastly, the verb study ends in consonant and y, so I have to change the y for ies, and it turns to be studies. Work on the rest of the list and continue practicing so you can be better every day. You can pause the video if you want, and then work on the conversation part if you are ready. Conversation time, guys! Okay, this part is to practice simple present in general and try to use the third person correctly. The questions are: number 1, what do you like to do in your free time? Number 2, tell me about your best friend. Number 3, how often do you go to the gym? Number 4, are you a morning person? Hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please give me a like, subscribe, and hit the little bell for notifications of my upcoming videos. See you later, guys. Happy learning!